Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
All right, buddy.
We're back to talk The Valley. This is season 1, episode 6. Congrats on your hair loss. Make sure you like and subscribe here and on TikTok. All of our Valley coverage, our Vanderpump coverage, our Vanderpump Villa coverage, all of our Bravo coverage, and all reality TV that we review. Brian, congrats on your hair loss. This is Jax basically defrauding consumers by saying that he was losing hair and spray painted his head. And then he realized he needed to get paid by these people to market their product. Uh, I love it. It's really funny. No one actually believes in Jax as a spokesperson, but these poor people. I cannot wait to see if that product actually ever comes out.
When he was in the pitch meeting, he's like, all these steps, I just can't do them. And I'm just like, you can totally see that. I believe that he actually spray painted his head. I really believe it.
Oh no, and Brittany confirmed. So I mean,
Yeah.
I
But I
think
could
it's a.
totally see him doing it because he's so stupid.
Oh man,
I thought nothing would happen. No plastics or whatever go right into his head. He probably had no clue. Washed his hair, just thought it changed it. And it was like Exion,
yeah, Exion. Yeah, I just looked at it, XYON. Healthier starts here. I don't see. I'm going to click on men on their website. I don't see any pictures of Jax Taylor, number one guy in the group as of now, on their website. So we'll see if eventually his face or scalp appears on any of the ads. Brian, you would think from the title of this episode we had a lighthearted affair. Alas, we did not. And unfortunately, like we've seen all season, and I think it's going to continue through the rest of this season, we had an argument centered around Jesse and Michelle. Jesse finally admitted out loud, this was the first time this week, that he thinks his marriage is over. Michelle way been there. However, the only thing that could literally unite these two warring, separating pair of husband and wife is Kristen Doty. Kristen Doty is just a lightning rod for anything, even if she deserves it or not. Kristen is the one who told Jax about Michelle's alleged misdeeds. Now, I don't think of it as anything of cheating, possibly, but there's rumors from famous directors to Rando, and it seems like at the end of the episode she wants to clear the air with everyone, sits everyone down at the table. Don't think it's going to go well next week. Didn't go well this week. We had Luke getting up. We had Zach get truck sticked by by
Yes.
Jesse. The whole thing was a big fiasco, Brian. So what was your takeaway from the arguments?
I mean, I would love to just see like just that whole scene develop like with background cameras because there's so much happening there. Like I love the slow mo of Jesse, like when he or not Jesse, like hitting. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on his name. He's
Zach.
Zach.
Zach's like, oh!
But he at one point was saying somewhere like no, 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 and it's just like there's so much stuff going on. I wish Jesse punched Luke in the face. I really don't like that guy at all. I can't take him seriously. Skinny, tall dork. Like, oh man, I can't take any of that thing that dude said seriously.
You can tell that's what was running through Jesse's head. And again, remember, guys, certified, we think Jesse's had loser behavior this season.
Oh
He
yeah,
needs to get his act together. But when a guy goes, well, what are you going to do? Like, you just know that he didn't respect the physicality or the threat of Luke as a physical threat.
no,
Now, to be fair, Luke wasn't actually trying to engage in anything physical. He was sitting at the table. And to be fair, man, like Jesse, we've said this before, it's got to cool as damn jets how he yells at
yeah,
women. I don't
yeah,
care if
no,
you
for sure.
respect Kristen or not.
Yeah, you
You
can't
do
do
not talk to a woman or frankly even to a guy like that. Like, and that's like the thing that I always, I'm like, it seems like I'm like the Kristen Doty apologist of the podcast of the just don't think it's cool that like everyone just I think if there was other people, if say Brittany was getting yelled at like that, people would be jumping up to help. Now I understand Bill, Kristen isn't Brittany and Kristen's done these things in the past, but like still a human being. And I just think Kristen gets like a bad rap and doesn't get protected like she should. It reminds me of like Angelina pre this season of Jersey Shore before she's completely, gone crazy.
Delivery is just awful. That's the problem. Is the way she
Because
delivers.
they're
Like,
always drunk.
I'm just trying to pretend, but she's not drunk. That's the problem. She's not drunk, and she still has awful delivery. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to protect you. Don't. Why are you saying that? I mean,
Yeah, you're not
if you're trying to protect
protecting
me, you wouldn't
someone if
even
you're
be
keeping a
talking about it.
secret.
You
If
wouldn't
you're
even
so
be. Yeah, you're not. You wouldn't be talking about it at all. That's the problem.
exactly,
Claiming
it's
you're
not
protecting
like
me, but you keep
good for
talking about
you. Good
it.
for you for being my friend. Like Brian, like if you have no secrets about me, it's like being on the podcast and being like, Bill, like I can talk about that secret you told me, but I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
like
just, that's
a
to
Sheena
me.
thing.
It doesn't. It to me. I don't find it genuine at all. Like I just find it to be an act. Like that's how I don't feel bad for her at all. Like so, you can be on that side. I think she honestly deserves a lot of things that she gets because she doesn't shut up, and just Jesse can't tell her to shut the fuck up. That's the problem. He's yelling at her like when Michelle and Kristen are talking and they have the background of Luke and Jesse talking. He has like cocaine eyes and it like he's
Duh.
like just fuming like he looked like he was ready to blow up like a bomb and I that's what I mean like about that whole hallway scene. There was so much stuff going on in the background, like you could watch it again and notice things you didn't notice the first time.
Oh, that's 100% a rewatchable scene. We should probably TikTok that scene just so we can see it play out ourselves a bunch of times. But
Because it was nuts. Be funny to put like how people put there's a face filters on where like
yeah.
they make like I think that would be a funny scene. Like if
Oh,
they did that.
I have the thing to change the faces on popular scenes. We could do that for sure.
I think that'd be
You,
funny.
you know what it is, Brian? So you're not wrong for saying that, say, Kristen deserves like the karma back, or someone else on this show or in Vanderpump deserves the karma. My problem comes from these people decide that they're the arbiters of karma and justice. And it's like, you know what? You're been a bad person. So I'm going to be the one that sticks it to. It's like, who that for you? Like again, like you all have short term memories. Like this show's a little different than Vanderpump, but like because we don't know everyone, but like they're all assholes. I'm sure. I'm sure like, a couple of them might be nice in the show, but at the end of the day, but if this show makes it 5, 6, 7 years, they're all gonna end up being assholes. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, it's just a mess. And I will say I'm a little annoyed by this show, how they do the cuts and the to be continued.
Oh, Jersey Shore to the fullest,
They
man.
do a lot of bullshit in this show, and then they fit the fights into the end. It is very Jersey Shore, like very Floribama, like um, just give us an episodes. Maybe they're gearing up even more, but like please stop with the to be continued. It's like finish the fight, not to steal a line, but like finish the damn fight.
I think they're really just doing it to keep. It's a new season, like a new show. They're trying to keep us interested. We're talking about it. We're going to be back because we're wondering what is she actually going to say? Like how's it going to go? And if they
Yeah,
did that 15 minutes before, then you're like, okay, like what's next? Like, so I'm not saying I agree with it, but I understand why they're doing it because they're trying to keep us on the hook.
I just think, regardless, and again, I agree with you, and that would be a good theory or practice for most. Like, but this show just has the natural Vanderpump lead in. Like, people are watching Vanderpump still, even if
Yeah,
it's like
that's
people
true.
complain about it. It's still got this crazy viewership in that
Mhm.
lead in. Like, I'm sure a lot of people just keep the damn channel on. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
right? It's like tell me and you end up watching like every single episode of Watch What Happens Live, half watching it, but it's on. We help contribute to the ratings because all of our shows end and we just are doing our thing and it just stays on the TV. Like,
Well, I just also think it gives us some insight on what happened
well, I
because
love Watch What Happens Live. I mean, we
somebody
need to
like
figure out a
on the
way to
show,
get
and I mean, God forbid we don't watch the Vanderpump after show and get like reminded about something
just
that's one of the
happened.
reasons I started watching it because I'm like kind of getting sick of people telling me, well, did you listen to this podcast? And I'm like, we recorded 10 minutes after the show ended, so no, I did not listen to a
No, I
podcast.
didn't switch. I didn't double screen the after show and Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm either making my dinner or washing dishes, and then we're ready to record, and it's just like just got to keep it moving, man.
I was literally carrying laundry up the stairs while watching Vanderpump on my phone in full. Yeah, it's like, come on,
Yeah,
guys, throw me a freaking bone here.
no, not good
um,
enough, man.
yeah. So again, I agree. I'm enjoying the Valley. Valley ain't going anywhere. I think we're going to see a lot more Vanderpump people cross over next season, especially they haven't started filming yet. Jackson, Brittany, things are deteriorating. They
Mhm.
haven't lived together in months. So by the time they pick the cameras up, maybe they've spot filmed here and there. They started kind of doing that with Scandival, like picking cameras up and spot filming when things are going on. So they probably did do that with Jackson Brittany. But I am going to be very curious to see there's going to be teams and lines drawn, and I think bringing in some other Vanderpump people may be necessary to kind of fill out some of the teams per se. It's gonna be like Civil War.
Yeah, the alliance.
There's gonna be alliances, dude. There's gonna be alliances. Uh, check out our TikTok, check out our Instagram, check out our Twitter. Everything is at the reality, guys. Like I mentioned before, a ton of Bravo coverage, all Vanderpump coverage. We are covering competition reality TV, everything and anything in between. Let us know what you want us to cover. If you want to direct us a certain way, let us know. Check out our cast interviews as well. A lot of reality guys conversations with, well, it's really starting to get up there. A good variety of shows and hosts.
Mhm.
But for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. See you.